Now, after that situation in my life, I had to build my manlyhood back and fuck as many chicks I could. At that time in my life as a teenager, I didn't care about no female's feelings or nothing. I just wanted to get my rocks off so I could feel like I'm a man, you know what I mean? So I had to deal with the trauma of that still, of that molestation, rape, or whatever you want to call it. It kept fucking with me, really. Psychologically, I think I was still fucked up in the head though. I found out that Daniel's working at this gas station down the street from the high school.
So I asked one of my homeboys for his 38 and went up to and waited at the gas station until Daniel got off. So as I waited and waited, I was contemplating because I was going to kill him. I couldn't take it no more. I really couldn't take it no more. This is one of the first times I ever thought about killing anybody. And sitting in front of the store waiting on Daniel was very pressing. It was pressing to the point where my palm was sweating, the gun was in my hand, my head was hurting, and everything was going through my mind. I'm probably 25 yards from the store watching the lights cut out, and Daniel was one of the last ones to leave out, and he was standing in the door. He was standing in the doorway. I guess he was locking up or whatever, and I walked up towards the door, and as he looked up, he saw me standing with the gun. I pointed a gun at him. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me, and he's nervous, and I'm saying, "You fucked me up. You really fucked me up." He was nervous still, and he's looking at me saying, "I don't want to do this." And I'm like, "You don't know what the fuck I want to do. You fucked me up. You fucked my head up." And I told him to step outside. I told him to step outside. You see what I'm gonna do. And he tested me, and he stepped outside. He stood there in the door. He stood there in the door, and he looked at me. I'm probably maybe 15 feet from him, with the gun pointed at him, like towards his stomach. As a lot was going through my mind, I was thinking about my future and wondering what would be the consequences if I kill him. So he's standing there, nervous pretty much. I remember I said that I will come up to the store every day until I build the balls to kill you. I said that to him. He gave me this fucked up look, and I looked at him, and I said I will come up here every fucking day. And one of those days, then I just looked at him with a cold look myself, and I said, one of these days I'm gonna come up here, it's gonna be your last day. And I meant that. So I walked back to Bluff Park, and that's a nice little walk from that gas station to Bluff Park. And I don't know what, after that, I tell you the truth, I don't remember what after that. I just know he wasn't in Eufaula anymore. I don't know if I scared him away or whatever, but he was gone. And still, my mom and I having our issues, my brother seeing all that, and, you know, just the issues with this other subject. I remember listening to Too Loud Crew and my mom taking the tape and tearing it up in front of me. Another time, my mom kicked me out one night because I got smart mouth and I had to sleep in the apartment's laundromat. And the reason why I slept in the laundromat because a couple of times I go to Peach's house, but I think Peach was out of town and Auntie Nora wasn't going to take me in, I guess, because I didn't want to be a bad influence to JJ. Remember, it's one of the last games of the football year. Mama said I had to be home right after the football game was over with. Now, I'm a football player on the football team. We like to go to parties after the game. I know it was a dance after the game, and I was like, man, fuck that. I'm not about to come home right after the game, so I stayed at the dance. There's this little city on the other side of Eufaula called Georgetown in Georgia. There was this girl named Barbara that I used to like. She was at the game, and I hung out with her and shit. It was fun, you know, smashed that night, you know, smoked weed, hung out, whatever. And that came on about 2:30. I was a little high, a little tipsy, and I'm knocking on the door. My mom was standing there with that aluminum bat. It was an aluminum bat with a black handle, and she's standing there with the bat. My mom said, what time I said to come home? And I was like, Ma, it was a dance after the football game, and I was not gonna come home. Words were exchanged between my mom and and I think I called her bitch, and I called my mama that bitch, and she cold cocked me with that bat on my back of my shoulder and my back. Boy, that shit hurt. And she kicked me out that night. I had nowhere to go. I think I had to stay with one of my homeboys' crib. It was crazy. I think that Saturday she took me back in or whatever after, pleading with Big Mama, and I had to apologize, and, I had to deal with Uncle Larry, him beating my ass again. And I told you, Uncle Larry don't do just whoopings. He beat the shit out you with punching you in the chest. And that shit was annoying. So, I really wanted to get the hell out of Eufaula though, because I feel that was going to end up being a bad situation for the both of us. And I was like, fuck. To make things worse, my cousin and I had a falling out because of some chick that he talked to that he liked that was a hoe. And the reason why I call her hoe, because she fucked everybody. She ain't fucked me. And JJ knows that I like slinging dick. But that's my cousin. He like her. Why would I fuck with her? Well, I ain't gonna say she fucked everybody, but she fucked some key players and Eufaula. You know what I mean? And it was known. But at the same time, he wanted to come at me, and I tell you, well, I guess they had something going on, but she wasn't really into him like that, and she know that him and I were close, so she came by and we walked to the store and we was talking. She was telling me that she really, want to, don't want to lead JJ on. So I was like, well, just tell him you don't want to be with him. So as we walk into the store, all I hear in the background is, hey, motherfucker. And I'm turning around, I look, and it's JJ. I'm like, oh, hell. Now, my cousin is like 6'5", at that time, 190 pounds. I'm 5'9", 175 pounds. This nigga running up, and I looked at her and I said, this dude run up on me on some bullshit, I would knock him the fuck out, because that's fucked up. He don't even know what the fuck is going on right now. I don't know what was going on with him that day, or whatever the case may be, but he was all pissed off. I guess he thought I was trying to get his girl, whatever, but that was fucked up. That was fucked up with my character. So we started arguing. It almost went to blows. We in my house, in my mom's living room, we arguing, about to go to blows. My mom wanted to know what was going on. This nigga's not listening to me, and I tell him, like, this girl don't even want you. I'm not even trying to fuck the girl. If I want to fuck her, I could have been fucked her, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. So I believe that was the end of JJ and I's relationship, and we hadn't talked until later on in the story you will see. And we were teenagers. Eventually, my mom would get fed up with me, my temper, and me hitting stuff, and punching holes in walls, and yelling, and arguing, and being a bad influence to Jason, and she sent me home. She sent me home, back to Chicago. She sent me, my dad sent for me. I guess they got into a communication, and my dad sent for me, and I was like, wow. And then that's when the Chicago journey begins. End of chapter 7.